Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Uh-oh. I'm not here. Can you hear me? Tell me if you guys can hear me. Hello? Anybody out there? Hello? McFly? Hello? You guys can hear me? Alright, now if I can just get this camera thing to work. There we go! Look at that! Awesome! I am so stoked that you guys are getting audio. I'm still not seeing, normally there's the equalizer that shows that bounces. It's not bouncing. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to the August 2019 Game Break. It is the last day of the month, and that's when we've been shooting all of these this year. And the last couple of weeks, as you guys know, I've been struggling a little bit with my software, my equipment, and the new additions, like the green screen and backgrounds, like this weird alley that I'm standing in right now. Sort of. It's more of like a back end of a warehouse. Let's see here. I can hear you, but cannot see you. Yes, no, it's all good. Hey, what's up, everybody in the chat? I will address you guys in a minute. What I want to do, like always with the game breaks, is I want to take on my list of stuff, and then I want to go ahead and then we'll hang out. The reason I do that is because not everybody wants to watch an hour or 2 hours worth of game break. They want the 15 to 45 minutes worth of information that we have, and I want to get that out as soon as possible. So, as per request by you guys, I want to go ahead and get this show a-rolling. But first off, I just want to say welcome back, everybody. We've been on quite a grind as of late, and as you can see down in the corner, there we go, we've been seeing some new subscribers come in, and our analytics are showing that you guys are actually either going back, checking to see if your subscribe button has the notifications bell ring, or the newcomers are all ringing their bell. Either way, I just want to thank you guys for all of your continued support, and I just want to say welcome back to the game break and everything. You guys have no idea how much it means that we get to hang out all the time. Now, game breaks aren't as cool or as important as they once were, mainly because I'm live streaming almost every day. And so you guys get to see and hear and talk, ask questions, do things. You get to see this ugly mug a lot more as a result of the streams. And so, game breaks, although I try to take specific info and not talk about it on stream and save it for the game breaks, sometimes you guys already know this info and it's kind of repeaty. So, real quick, I just want to give a few shout outs to the few people who were hanging out long before the stream started. And that would be people like Gray DeGrave, aka Gray. We also have Dark Side. We also had Gray Metal. Let's see here. I know that Paige was in there shortly after that too. And the list goes on and on and on. But you guys, Kirsten was there too. Basically, the notification squad was early as always, and I appreciate you guys and all your support. Harry Potter also showed up and dropped a super chat, so thank you very much for that. And, you guys, I got people all over the planet right now. We got people in Brazil, Belgium, Italy, France, Canada, the United States, all over. I think we got an Australia here. Australia's in the house too. So, hey, it would be really cool right now if all you guys in the chat dropped where you're from. I don't want an address or like your GPS coordinates. I just want like a location. Like if you're in Ohio, or if you're in Guadalajara, or if you're somewhere else, you're on the moon. I want to know. Drop it in the chat. I'm just curious to see where everyone is at. All right, that being said, 105,000 plus. That is amazing. We keep growing every single day, and as a result, I'm trying to add new stuff. I've been recording some memes. I finally got my equipment here and set up, and if you guys didn't see, I also streamed Toy Story 3 earlier this week, so your requests mean something to me, and I'm proving it to you constantly. So keep your feedback coming in, and let me know what you guys want to see next. We got a couple more weeks of Toy Story. We got one more week of Horizon Chase. We're going to have some games kind of coming and going, and I know that the people who watch the streams have some input on this, and I really want to know. So keep coming with the input. Now, real quick, I wanted to quickly, it's about 5 minutes long. I've got a slideshow that I wanted to show you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and disappear here in a minute, but I got a slideshow, and it's a full screener, so it should be cool. And basically we went to, as you guys know, earlier this month, my family and I went on our yearly vacation. We have a spot that we go to every year. It's over in Eastern Oregon. It's called Eagle Crest, and it's an amazing resort. And, basically it's like family. It's like our battery charger, right? Like we go there and we get to decompress. We get to not be involved with work. You know, my wife's a teacher, so she works a lot of the year. But she does have the summer off, and even in the summer, though, there's still, like, you know, she has to move her classroom around. She has, you know, lesson planning to do. She's in special ed, so she has a lot of cases and management that she has to do as well. So when we get to go to Eagle Crest, everything gets shut off. We bring electronics, but we do have playtime, not work time. So real quick, I wanted to share this with you guys, and I'm seeing Tunisia, Delaware, UK, Ireland, MW. Is that Modern Warfare? Kings Canyon, Nick says. And we did just get a win in Apex right before the stream started, so that was pretty sweet. Real quick, too, I'm going to go ahead and drop a reminder to the Twitter sphere that we are live in action. But, okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out my Eagle Crest vacation. So, ready? Look at that. That was pretty cool, huh? All right, so Eagle Crest. I'll go ahead and get rid of the live sub count, too. So this is the first night. As soon as we got there, I went upstairs into our bedroom, and I was looking down off the upstairs balcony looking down. But look at this little buck standing here. He was just hanging out for probably 20-30 minutes. And this is something that's really common at the resort. If you look carefully, you can see that there is a little bit of skin stuff going on there. Got a little bit of a skin issue. But there's Reese and his buddy Roderick. So what's up, boys? Here's Wifey and I. We were trying to get a selfie in before he took off. He was out of there. And one more. We took a lot of selfies. We found that we took more selfies. You know, because my wife's totally on this, like, we don't have any photos of ourselves. We got photos of everything else, but scenery, and we need more photos of us. So we took lots of photos. Look at that maple bar. That thing's almost as big as Reese's buddy Roderick. Gotta love that shirt, too. I am McLovin. Here's the poolside, where I spent almost zero time. I did wander down there a couple of times. I never actually got wet, though. Here's another selfie. This was a Heart Hand Sunset. The sunset was going down behind us. We were trying to mimic that Taco Bell commercial. She wouldn't do the heart hands, though. I was telling her heart hands. Now, we always go floating. I always talk about floating down the Deschutes River, and I figured you guys would want to take a peek at what that looked like. So the boys had their individual tubes, and we're going down that. For a while, they were connected. After a while, they got disconnected. Basically, once they got comfortable being in the water, they were off on their own. As you can see here, it is absolutely beautiful. It was an amazing day. We lucked out big time. And here's another selfie for the collection. Oh, yeah, wait, we were going by geese and ducks. So, of course, we had to do our famous duck face. Wank, wank. So, anyways, moving right along. Come on, slideshow, go, go, go. Oh, that's the same but different. Or did I use that? I might have used that picture twice, guys. My bad. Here's Reese jumping into the pool with his phone. He had a water protective cover around the phone, even though his phone is waterproof. And I thought it was kind of cool. I couldn't tell if he did a flip or not. And I did the super slow-mo, and he took it tall on his cell phone, not wide. So that's why you see kind of that weird stuff. And, of course, he was underwater, being all super cool, flapping his hair, giving the old... All right, back to the scenery here. This is basically what our view was from the upstairs balcony of our bedroom. I do give you a quick shot of the messy space that we hung out on. Pay no attention to that controller. I was not logging Horizon Chase turbo stuffs at all. Here is our bathroom area. Pretty sweet. Got a nice little jacuzzi tub. If we pull those slides up too, it actually looked right out onto the golf course, but of course you can't see it from the tub. And Reese saved a grasshopper whilst pooling. Now, this was actually really cool. We had a crazy, and I do mean crazy, thunderstorm 2 of the 7 nights or 6 nights we were there. We happened to capture a little bit of this one. You can see it was like gnarly. It started raining. There's hail on you can't really see it, but there's hail out there. Big chunks of hail. And check this out. Does that not just look like maybe the end of the world or something? I mean, I was worried that was going to touch down. I was literally worried that we were going to have a tornado. And we actually heard one of those off in the distance. So we were like, what? But it was lots of thunder and lightning. Photo credits here go to Reese. I actually left my phone back inside the cabin there and was not out there. But we're just walking around on the golf course trying not to get hit by a golf. But did you see the rainfall over there too? The camera didn't really show it that good, but oh man. And look at this. I mean, this thing was just, it floated above us for a good hour and a half at least. Now, there was tons of, like, all sorts of farms around that were like, you know, basically on Monday or Tuesday were beautiful and super tall and potent. And on Thursday, after the storm, gone. At first we thought, wow, did they harvest all that? But no, they hadn't. They actually, their crops were toast. And I felt really bad for him, but I mean, unfortunately, that's the price you pay. And look at some of those strikes. I mean, they're like 4 or 5 strikes in the same place. We actually had another thunderstorm a couple of nights ago. Oh, ready? Ta-da! I'm back. We had a thunderstorm here a couple of nights ago, and I honestly had intentions of showing you guys the stuff here, but I also realized too that it was going to take some more work and I didn't have the button set up. So if you guys want to see a couple of really cool lightning strikes, I made some GIFs that are over on our Facebook page. So definitely check that out. It's certainly cool. Now, I'm curious. I want to know. I'm going to do a test. So I'm working on new memes. And I don't mean new as in like they're new to the world or the planet. I mean they're new to me and my Stream Deck. So this is something that I think I tested once before, but I don't remember any feedback coming in. So I want to know, do you guys hear audio for this?
My name is Jeff.
It's one of my funniest moments in that particular movies there. Let's see here. Oregon gonna roll Auburn. That's right. Foosball is in full effect, I see. Let's see here. Yep, Dark Side, I am fully visible again. So, was there audio for that clip? I'm just curious. I see, I'm watching, so I'm live here, and I'm caught up with the stream here, so, and I can see there's like a 35-second difference. So you can hear audio. Okay, that's cool. Have you guys seen that? That's funny. Name's Chief. It's such a random moment in the movie. All right, let's go ahead and get that back on. We are good to go. All right, so we can go ahead and move on to the next section here, which I got to be honest, I look forward to this next section, but I don't. You know, I like keeping you guys in suspense. Although I don't like I don't like dangling the carrot in front of you forever. I do definitely like, you know, having that suspense, right? And I've been keeping you guys in suspense. So, as you guys know, my wife and I and Reese have been in the process of, well, we're waiting now, but we were in the process of getting approved for adoption for a new puppy. We've kind of been back and forth about whether we were going to get one for a while, and we're certainly in the market for one now, and we found one, but now we're waiting. We have an official date of when he's going to be here, and it's actually September 14th. So that's good to know. Like it was like between the 10th and the 15th, and now they actually GPSed it and got it all figured out, and he will be here in our possession on the 14th. So we're really excited about that. So I know some of you guys have already seen this picture before, but this is our pup. Now, this picture was taken, or these pictures were taken when he was roughly 4.5 months old. He is going to be 7 months old when we get him in 2 weeks. So he's about 6.5 months old now. So he's gotten a little bigger. As you can see, he's a German Shepherd Beagle mix, or German Schmiegel, as we're calling him. And be looking for I Love My German Schmiegel shirts to be coming soon to the HTG store, because I feel like that needs to happen sooner than later. And shout out to Kirsten for the nice wordplay out there, because we were trying to come up with something that flowed. Because, you know, like, they have the Australian Shepherds that are bred with poodles, and they become Aussie Doodles. And they have all these cool, fun, you know, there's funny ones too, right? If you've all seen Dumb and Dumber, you know how that goes. But essentially, we were trying to come up with one. So German Schmiegel was awesome, because he's also a medium-sized dog. He's not expected to get over 40 pounds. Here's another photo of him. I mean, isn't that face just too much? But anyway, so essentially, we're looking forward to getting him. Now, what I've been taunting you guys with is his name. I've been kind of giving you guys some clues. And you guys have been making all sorts of guesses, and Kirsten wants royalties on those shirts. Well, if it ends up happening, I'll make sure you get one. That's my promise to you. If it ends up happening, I'll make sure you get one. So anyways, Opie is the name that the shelter has given him, and apparently, so the shelter has like 500 dogs at any given time. And the story on this too, if you guys haven't heard, wife and I searched local shelters, dogs for rescue near me, and this is what we found, and it said he is 7 miles away. Click here to find out. So we clicked there to find out, and after following a paper trail, it turns out he was actually in San Antonio, Texas, which, you know, if you know the United States, we're on the middle of the West Coast. San Antonio, Texas is kind of like right in the middle, central, you know, it's way down, so it's a long ways. It's over 1,000 miles. The transportation is all going to be included and he'll be brought to us, which is amazing, way cheaper than us having to go to him. But what I've been doing is I've been kind of teasing you guys with you know, possibilities or things that might be linked to the name. And, you know, I have told you a couple of clues, like, you know, It is basketball related somehow, and I've suggested it could be like a coach's name or a mascot or a player or maybe a particular piece of equipment regarding it. And so there's a lot of guesses that have come in, and I told everybody that I wasn't going to tell the name until we got him. But I did say also that if the names were guessed today on stream, that I would admit to it. Now, I just want to be clear right now. If somebody does guess it, doesn't matter if it's somebody from staff, because they don't know either. Nobody knows. Nick doesn't know. Gary doesn't know. I accidentally slipped one day. I don't remember if it was Gary and Nick or just Gary, but I slipped talking to Gary. But those crappy mics in game, it gargled my voice up and he couldn't hear it. So he had something. He had kind of like the sound, like something he could kind of rhyme with. But he was wrong. So nobody knows. And so that being said, I don't know how we're going to do this, because, I mean, is it one guess per person? Is it 100 guesses? But essentially, I've told you guys that, the Trailblazers are my favorite team. That could be a distraction, a decoy. I've also suggested all the different types of things related, so just giving you guys some ideas. We've had a couple of people guessing, player names and such. I haven't seen it yet. I'll say that. So Kirsten, it is not Blaze, although the Trailblazers mascot is Blaze the cat. So that might be our cat's name when we get our next cat, which I tried lobbying for today. There's this cat right now up for adoption. His name is Coca-Cola. He is a little 4-month. I'm looking at him right now. He's just such a cutie. I love it. And so when we were talking about getting the dog, I didn't want one. And it was because my wife is at work all the time, and my son is at school or has homework and stuff all the time, and when he's not, he's got other stuff to do. So in the end, they wanted a dog, but I was going to be the one having to take him out every day, all day, and walk him and do all the stuff, right? And so I was like, man, that's a Patrick chewing. Missed opportunity. Oh my gosh, I love it. No, it's not. So far, everything that's been tossed out is incorrect. It is incorrect. So anyways, we can hang out here for a minute or two, and you guys can keep guessing, and I'll let you know. But we do have to move on here at some point. So it's crazy. So I knew having a dog was a lot like having a child in some senses, right? So I kind of had an idea with having Reese and having gone through all of that. I understand, diapers and feeding and all of that, right? So, and it all progresses, and it's all about patience. It's all about teaching and training in this case. I tried to train Reese, it didn't work. But so we've got a big crate for him. We've got tons of basically everything, from potty pads to leashes to toys to treats to food. I mean, everything. So everything is here, and it's been here for 2 weeks. We've been waiting since I'm trying to remember when it was, August 12th, August 10th or something like that. Larry Bird Dog. We've been waiting forever. I feel like, I told my wife yesterday, I said, man, we might as well have just got you pregnant. I feel like we're having to wait 9 months for it to arrive anyways, because she was wanting another baby for a while, and I actually finally said, all right, let's do it, because I kind of was in that mood for a while, and she was like, oh my god, no, I don't want to do that now. so I was like, all right, and then we kind of talked about the dog, and I was like, no, and then I finally gave in. So let's see here. Larry Bird Dog. That's good. I like it. But no, and it's not Patrick chewing. So far, nothing. Even the Damian D. Lillard. That's got to be. Listen, I wanted somehow, some way to have Dame involved, because I do. I love Damian Lillard, man. And I've followed his career since the day we drafted him. And I was already kind of watching him, knowing that he was on the radar for the Blazers when we drafted him. So I'd watched some of his workout tapes. I'd read some of the stuff about him and heard he was an upstanding dude, but he broke his foot, and I was really worried. Oh my god, we're gonna get another injured guy. I mean, Portland has a terrible history of injury and stuff. So I really wanted it to be something regarding Dame, because Reese has been to his basketball camp. I mean, Reese got dunked on. Dame palmed Reese's head and pushed him down, and then dunked on Reese on a mini hoop playing around. Like I've talked to Dame. I've got Dame's autograph. Like, I mean, I don't know him. He doesn't know who I am, I don't think. But I mean, he's amazing. He gives so much back to the community. He's such a good human. At least if he's not, he's doing an amazing job of showing it. You know, or pretending to be. And so, all of that being said, I really wish that it would have been something, but Dame just, you know, the test was, Dame, here, Damie, you know, like, it doesn't flow. Like, same with Opie, and that's why we wanted to change it, because, like, Opie, it works, but it doesn't really work. And what do you guys, hey, I haven't really talked about this either. What do you think about this? So that's a yellow stripe on the top of my design of my shirt, but it doesn't show because the green screen, I don't know what's going on. I got the new light, and I still have to have it really wonkadoo. And as a result, like, yellow doesn't show. I wonder how this... Oh, that's interesting. You guys want to see something crazy? Watch this. Watch this. So behind the scenes coming right here. Whoops, I pushed the wrong button. Here we go. Hold on. Behind the scenes coming. What color do you think this water bottle is? It's not black. It's not black. But you can see. Look at my shirt. So, all right, so interesting how that works that way. So there's a tolerance for the green, and it's kind of a lime green, so the yellow is pretty close to that, and that's why it doesn't work. But CJ McCollum, I you know, honestly, I feel terrible. Never even once crossed my mind CJ, some sort of CJ or anything, never once. So I feel bad. I love CJ too, man, and I've been watching all summer. In fact, I was just looking at his posts. Him and his fiance, are they married yet? No, they're fiance. You know, they're in like somewhere amazing, and he was like posting like screenshots in real life, and it was like crazy stuff. But what's up, everybody? I see a whole bunch of you are showing up in the chat. A few of you have come, a few of you have gone, and new people have showed. What's up, everybody? We're just moving right along. So far, we've covered the welcome, hitting 105,000 subs. Our analytics are showing that we have an increase on our notification bell being rang by you guys. So, you know, if you guys haven't already, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking. Oh, get out of here, Opie! Get out of here, Opie! What are you doing, Opie? Get out of here! Ring that bell. That one. Here, let's do that again. Let's do this guy. Right here. See this? That's what I'm talking about. Bing! So our percentage was 10.4. Now it's 11. We've gained a bunch of subs too. So that number in theory should have gotten lower because, but there are people that are. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. And I like this too. Like, notice I'm using a different camera, and I'm not all interlaced. Like lines going through me when I move fast. I still look weird. It's a face for radio, I know, but make yourself invisible on the green screen. What do you, on the green screen? I can't do that. I mean, I'd have to move, right? Like, all right. So, ooh, Yusuf would have been a good one too. Yusuf. I tried to do some funny ones, like, so I'm a big Volkswagen guy. And I tried to get Volkswagenton, you know, get it, Volkswagenton. Wife was like, nope. So I tried to do a bunch of, you know, like Dame has the Dame Dolla, Dolla, for his rap career. I thought Dame Dogga would be cool, Dogga. I had a bunch of these punny / not real attempts at names. They were fun. But, all right, so nobody guessed it. And I'm glad, too, because I wanted to keep that a secret. And it's funny, too. And Nick, I can tell you right now, Nick, when I tell you what it is, and other people, too, but I know Nick. Like, Nick and I constantly are trying to just one-up each other on our puns and our wordplay. And right now, Nick's kicking my butt. Like, I've got some good ones, and I kind of, but, I mean... The bar's getting raised a lot faster by Nicky Poo. So anyways, when Nick hears the name we chose and kind of like the side reason, kind of like the joke, because it was a total joke. When I presented the name to my wife, I made a joke and I said, hey, you know how da-da-da-da-da, and then blah, 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 well, what about, and she went, no, that's terrible. And I started laughing. And then we kind of started talking about it and breaking it down, and like, basically the joke led to the real kind of wordplay, what the root of the wordplay was, and from there, she liked it. And then it was a matter of like, you know, how do we do it from there? Like, because then I kept wanting to go back to the pun. She wasn't having that. But anyways, we'll get to that. So on the 14th, be looking for that. I will do some sort of a live video, whether it's just a quick Facebook Live or maybe just a YouTube something. I probably won't be in the room up here. It'll probably be like down in our kitchen or something because the new pup will be all, I don't know. We'll see. He may be super chill and relaxed. I don't think that's going to be the case. Tracy, what's up? Thanks for the sub. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy our content. If you're in the chat right now, let me know which one of you it is. I haven't seen you yet, so what's up? All right, next up. All right, real quick, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. This has been an ongoing thing, and it was intended to be a lengthy, drawn-on, slow project with no urgency. The main reason is because it was a learning experience for a couple of us, and as well as would eventually be a learning experience for you guys. But what I'm talking about is the complete saga! As you guys know, I've been working on this for a while now, and I've been uploading videos to the channel, or releasing them, I should say, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Now today, we had a video go up today, the Gamebreak, it's happening right now, so I won't be uploading one of those videos for the Star Wars. But going back on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday next week, I totally will. The reason for this is we just want to fill the gap. So we stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the main channel, while we stream Tuesdays and Thursdays on our mature channel. So technically, I, and usually Nick and Gary, and a couple others are involved from time to time too, are streaming Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. on either this channel or the mature channel. And hey, if our mods could drop a link to the HTG TV channel right now, that would be super helpful. I was talking to the wife about writing a book. Like, we're seriously talking about maybe writing a Brianism book, but we had like an hour-long talk about it yesterday about how we would go about it. Like, is it going to be like a dictionary style? Is it going to be more of like a, I'm an idiot, I say stupid things all the time, and then I try to run with it and pretend they're real words? It's kind of a thing. Like, how are we going to do it, right? So, be looking for some updates on that down the road. Not anytime soon, but down the road. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Click that link right there if you want to go ahead and subscribe to our other channel. Now, I can't remember if things are still set up to scream and shriek like that or not, but you guys can test that right now by subbing to that channel. If it shrieks, we'll know, and if it doesn't, we'll know too. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Spuds McKenzie Webb. You'll see, dude. You'll love it. And no, I can't say anymore. Let's see. What's up, Timothy? Is it possible that this game is on PS4 or is it strictly on PS3? As it sits right now, it has not, to my knowledge, made it to the PlayStation Now catalog, which would allow one to play it on the PS4. It has not happened, so just to clarify that. Right now, you have to check it out either on the PS3 or on the Xbox. Xbox 360, you can still get the disc at like a GameStop or a Best Buy, perhaps, somewhere that sells used video games. Or you could also digitally download it on the Xbox One for about $15 US. I don't know what that would convert to like euros and stuff, probably like $17.50 or something like that. But anyways, definitely available, but I chose to do it on the Xbox side. You guys know I'm a PS gamer for life. Although I've had a Dreamcast and I've had other systems, you know, Nintendos and other things too. Still do. I definitely am a PS gamer. However, the Xbox side has achievements. So there's a couple of these older Lego games that when they were originally released, they actually had already come up with the achievement concept for Xbox, while PlayStation still hadn't come up with trophies yet. I'm sure it was in the process, it just hadn't been, you know, implemented. So not until I think Lego Batman, no, I take that back. Lego Indy 2 was the first one to get trophies. And then Lego Batman 1, I believe, came out after that. Maybe my timeline is wrong. I feel like Lego Indy 2 came out before Lego Batman. But Lego Batman doesn't have trophies, and Lego Indy 2 does. Lego Indy doesn't, Lego Indy 2 does. And then Lego Batman 2 and on all have voice acting and trophies and achievements. So, let's see here. Thanks for the Xbox info, but my family and I are on. No, I am too, but, you know, when the Xbox One came out, I was one of the morons that stood in a late night release and picked it up at midnight. It was cool back then. I had a PlayStation in my car. We were actually playing games, waiting for it to come out. It was kind of cool. If I would have had a better internet connection, I would have tried to live stream it somehow. It was really fun. Hey, Bandits. No, I have not finished Toy Story yet. Wednesdays. So Wednesdays will be the days that we do that. And I'll get into more details about the stream stuff, but I was just kind of elaborating on why I chose to upload Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And you know, basically our goal is to get this done, but the main goal, honestly, was to train not only myself, but also Gary and a little bit of Nick too on the guide writing. So we've been definitely working on stuff behind the scenes. The guide is officially available, and it has been for a few weeks now. And shout out to Gary for doing an awesome job on his very first full feature guide. There is a ton of information in that, and he did it all in like a really surprising amount of time, considering he'd never done this before. So give Gary a pat on the back, and you know, make sure you give him the digital high five when you see him online or whatever. Let's see here. Let's see. Indiana Jones 2 has trophies, and it has all 4 movies. Well, what is Lego Indy 1? Was there ever a Lego Indy 1? I mean, I feel like there was, but it didn't have trophies. So is Indy 2 like absorbing those games and adding more, or how did that work? 'Cause I have never played it. And I know there's a lot to it. And that's probably going to be one of the next retro games we go back to. I don't know when it'll be. You know, because like I said, I'm taking my time with this one, and we're actually going to start free play, and that's what I was going to elaborate on to finish this up. Is that free play? I've actually done the preparing for free play video, and I will edit that today, and it'll probably get audio in the morning and go up online tomorrow. And if you don't already know, if you're here, I told you I was going to tell you how to reach the hidden videos. So as it sits right now, the entire story, all 36 videos are online ready for you to view. However, they haven't all released. We're only up on to like chapter or episode 5, chapter 2 or something like that. So you could definitely get to the next video. So let's say you're watching the most recently uploaded one. Go to the very end of the video, click the end screen link. There's a link. So if it's 25, it'll take you to 26. If you're watching 26, it'll take you to 27, all the way to 36. Now, at the end of 36, there isn't one. And as soon as I get the preparing for free play, that'll be next in line. And like I said, that should probably be up tomorrow. You know, tomorrow's family day. We go see grandma. We do a bunch of stuff. However, wife's going to get grandma today, too. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if we'll see her normally like we do or not. But yeah, anyway, so Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga is happening. Free play is about to start rolling out. You will need to access the hidden videos to get to the free play right away. But just know that over the next couple of weeks, we're going to leak those out. And, you know, hopefully by, you know, Halloween-ish, we'll be completely done with the series. And we will start launching them a little bit faster as we get deeper into it. Basically, I'm just buying some time until our next Lego release. So we know that we're getting closer, and who knows when that'll be. So, yeah. So real quick, too, I wanted to talk about Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. You know, we still don't have a date. For most of you, you know that TT Games, who's making it, as far as we know, have no clue what's going on in the final movie. So Lucas Arts or Lucasfilms, whatever it is, whatever connection they have that they get the info from, Disney, whatever, it's not, they haven't given them any info yet. So the rumors is that as soon as the movie releases, the studio will get their hands on the information, and they will go ahead and continue and finish building the game. So in theory, it has been speculated that the development studio has the first 8 movies done, ready to go, and they're just going to have to finish the 9th movie and then put it on the, you know, on the back end and connect it all and then send it out. So release dates probably not going to be January, probably not February. March would be probably the earliest that I would really see them getting the game complete and getting through QA and getting it gold and getting all of everything, right? I mean, chances are they've already printed off all their labels, their covers. They probably already have all their inserts slid into. I mean, they probably are really preparing, but we don't really know. And so that being said, it could be June, July, August. It could be December of next year before we see that game. So we will, as soon as we find out when the release date is, we will kind of target and figure out whether we're going to do another old Lego game or whether we're going to just hold out and wait until the new one comes. Because I don't want to be halfway through an old Lego series and then stop it or have to double time it to do the new. I want to focus solely on the new one when it comes out because it's 45 levels of gameplay plus free roam plus side quests plus who knows what kind of hub missions and side things they're going to be there. So lots and lots and lots. So the reason I bring this up is because Lego got us again. And I feel like I might be partially to blame for this. So I want to apologize to you guys. Anybody who follows our Facebook page or any of our social media, I want to apologize. Even though I didn't do anything wrong or unintentional or unintentional or any of that, there's been twice now I've been fooled by Lego. And I've never said anything specific. But I've taken the bait. So, and what I mean is that a couple months ago, they released posted an image of Toy Story in Lego form. And I reposted it to our social media and was like, oh my gosh, please say it so, please say it so. Now, it turns out that was actually a image to market the new Toy Story sets, the play sets that were coming out with the movie back in whenever it was, June, July, or whatever it was. So, I got fooled. I took the bait, thinking they were going to make us a Lego game. The image they showed looked like a Lego game. It wasn't like toy sets. It was digital characters that would have come right out of a cutscene of a new Lego game. So they got me, and I hate to say it, but they got me again the other day. And I think I got some of you to take the bait too. And so they dropped a stay tuned. That's what they called it. It said stay tuned, and boom, they posted this. Now I'm not going full screen or giving you any audio because I don't want it to be copyrighted. But it's like a 10-second deal. And it shows a shadow. I don't remember what those things are called, but it shows, it's not a porgy. What are those things called? It's chicken of some sort. And I remember it from something, but I don't quite remember what it is. So, again, my Star Wars noobness is showing through. Now, I'm going to show it again. Let's watch at the very end, and you'll see why I got hyped and why I reposted this. Ready? Here it comes. Lego Star Wars. Very important piece missing there, though. The Skywalker Saga. Right? So, after I finished the stream that day that I found that, I went and tried to find pork. Yeah. So, I went to go and try and find the, some information on that and see what that was. And I found some information that wasn't official, but it pointed right at the fact that on that particular day, there will be a whole new line of Star Wars toys, Lego toys, going out. So the building sets. I'm sorry. I fell for it, and so I'm going to do a better job of kind of, when I saw it, I got hyped and I just posted it. I was like, yes. I'm going to do some research before I post stuff like that anymore. So I apologize, but at the same time, yeah. Oh, posted it on Twitch, huh? Look at that. All right, I'll go ahead and let's see here if I can make this happen for you here. 1 second there, guys. I want you guys to be aware of this. Boom. All right, so it's a long link, but it should shorten it. Yep. That is a GoFundMe link to one of our Happy Thumbs gamers. That would be Harry Potter. If you guys happen to have a moment to at least acknowledge that, please do. If you have some extra funds to drop, please do. If you could give it a share, if nothing else, that would help out. And Bounty? My instinct is to say Bundy, because I'm a big Married with Children and Al Bundy fan, but I'm sure that's Bounty. So welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy our content. Thanks for the sub. All right, let's see here. Show the Lego Toy Story picture. Batman fan, I do not have that available, unfortunately. I don't know. It was on our Facebook page. You would have to. I might be able to round that up here in a second or two. But yeah, so essentially, what I was getting at, guys, is that I don't think we're gonna find out anything regarding Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga on September, what was it, 7th, 5th, whenever it was. I am gonna scroll down real quick and try to look for that Toy Story post so I could share that with you guys again. But essentially, I feel like, I feel like someday we'll get some information, but it's not going to be today. And it certainly won't be. I don't think it'll be next week either. I do feel like there's a good chance that we might hear something from PAX this weekend, though. A lot of you guys are familiar with PAX. It is actually the one of the largest cons, the conventions out here on the West Coast that happens. I mean, E3 being the biggest. I think PAX is actually a close second. They're really reclusive about their data. They don't ever share their numbers with people. So, like, we never know if there's 10,000 or 100,000 or 500,000 people that go through there. And boy, I'm scrolling way back. I'm at the 100,000 montage video. I'm looking at Back to the Future stuff. I got a Sunday. Oh, it's the Gamebreak. That's an old Gamebreak right there. I'm trying to find that Toy Story. But yeah, so anyways, there is a good chance that we might get some information regarding not Toy Story, but the Lego Skywalker Saga from PAX. All right, I'm only going to give about 6 more scrolls, and then I'm going to give up on this because I've got a lot of stuff going on here. Lots and lots of posts. Let's see, there's the announced trailer for Skywalker Saga. Gamebreak for, what is that, July? Alright, I don't know, maybe one of the mods can scroll back a little further than I went or something. Facebook's being slow now, it's not loading any more content for me, so I'll get back to you on that. Alright, so covered most of that. I'm going to turn that off, and let's see here. So, live streams, you know, we've been streaming. We already talked about it a bunch. I just want to throw this up real quick. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be streaming on our family-friendly channel. If you guys are interested in watching some of our mature stuff, you guys can certainly head over to HTG TV, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays. And, of course, we also have the Twitch out there as well. You know, but not many people are using that platform to view us. Obviously, it's a huge platform. Lots of people are out there using it. But we're really pretty much just sticking with the old YouTubes. For the main core, I know we've been talking about jumping to Mixer and maybe even making Twitch our primary. But as for right now, it seems to be best suited right here on the old YouTubes. What's up there, Brian? What's up, Timothy? We got a bunch of people showing up. Dark Sides. Not exactly. You guys are talking about something. Don't beat yourself up, Brian. It was manipulated. Yeah, I know. I took the bait, though. I got to be better about that. As somebody who hates recycled news, I shouldn't be recycling news, right? That's the point of that. So, anyways, definitely check us out on the old live streams. So yeah, I got two more things I want to check out before we get out of here. Now, I do want to remind you guys we do have a Facebook page, facebook.com/HappyThumbsGaming. That's where you're going to find fake news. No, I'm just kidding. Links to our giveaways on every Friday. They actually last until Monday morning when we pick the winner. So if you're interested in, you know, maybe being a part of some conversations, some fake news from time to time, some real news most of the time, as well as the opportunity to enter those giveaways, definitely follow us on the old Facebook. And of course, all you got to do is follow us on Facebook and then like that post for that week's giveaway. Right now we have a polybag for Lego Star Wars. It has an ATDP walker in it. And yeah, it's got a couple of stickers that goes with it, and we ship all over the world. So even if you live in the North Pole, we'll send it to you. Hopefully Santa will cover the charge though. But yeah, don't forget to like the stream as well as the Facebook page, guys. I can't stress that enough. We always appreciate your likes here on the page, but the Facebook page is where all the stuff happens, so definitely check it out. All right, let's see here. I got something coming in here. All right, boom. I just had to catch up on a quick notification there. So Patreon. I know I never say I have the Patreon stuff up. This is going to be following after our next segment. I'll put that up one more time. Patreon.com/HappyThumbsGaming is a place where you guys can directly support the creator. Now, this is one of those things that I really would like some feedback from you guys, especially the people who are current and maybe future or even past supporters. If you guys have any kind of information, you know, things that you'd like to see. Maybe you'd like to see me come up with some other merchandise, and at certain levels people get that merchandise. Maybe you'd like to see t-shirts included at certain levels or something like that. You know, I'm all about ideas. I don't know what you guys are gonna want. I just know that when it comes to me with like buying and supporting people, I make sure that I spend my money as wisely as possible. And so I'm not, you know, like Reese was constantly, you know, suggesting we get some merch from some people he follows. And I'm not against it. I would love to, but a lot of these people have like $75 sweatshirts. I don't know why or how $75 for a hooded sweatshirt has become kind of the main staple price. You know, I guess I'm just old school. I'm back in the days when those hooded sweatshirts were like $20, $25, you know, $30 on the top end. And so I have found a place that actually allows me to keep prices very, very reasonable. So, you know, we definitely have merch. It's available from our main website, HappyThumbsGaming.com. And, you know, a few of you, there's a couple of you even in the chat right now that have been showing me love and buying some of our t-shirts and stickers and things like that and sending me pictures of it. Some of you have bought stuff and I don't know that you bought stuff because you never notified me, and that's okay too. I don't need to know everything. I'm not stalking you guys, but I would love to have some sort of like, I don't know, like a photo album or something somewhere of like merchandise that you guys have, whether you won it in a giveaway or your cousin bought it for you for your birthday or you got it for yourself off the website. I would love to see pictures of that. We used to have Thumbie Round the World, and people would send in, you know, after a week's giveaway, somebody would get like, we had people in Australia posting stickers. We had one of our very, very big viewers at the time was an Oakland A's fan and had season tickets to the Oakland A's. And I was getting pictures like once a week when they would go to the baseball game. They'd slap a sticker on one of like the pylons out in front of the stadium, or they'd stick it on the wall in the stadium. And I don't know if that's like okay to really do as far as like, you know, defacing property or maybe vandalizing maybe, but I mean, be smart about where you put them. I would love to see more photos like that. Like somebody put one on a low license plate of an old beat down car. I thought that was really cool. Somebody had two thumbs. They had their newborn baby in a little bassinet and they put the thumbs over the, there were some really cool pictures is what I'm getting at. And I would love to see that little baby, by the way. Now old Joshua, he is like 6, maybe 7 years old now. So that's cool too, because that's how long ago that was, and he's like full grown building his own Lego and stuff. How much are the Happy Thumbs Gaming t-shirts? They actually range from, depending on if you're, you know, we have children's sizes too. So, you know, real quick, HTG gear is the link on the website. I'll go ahead and drop it in the chat right now so you guys can see. You know, go ahead. It's labeled, the button's labeled gear. The link is shop. Confusing, I know, but it goes the same place. You know, the kids shirts start at $16.50. You know, we've got Happy Thumbs, the Thumbie Basics start at $24, basically, just under. The Happy Thumbs emojis are $24. The Happy Thumbs Love, the L-O-V-E, the old school love, you know, L-O-V-E, but instead of it being, we got the stud, the Lego stud as the O. We got a lot of stuff like that. You know, those are $21.50. Kids are $15. So I mean, so that's what I worked really hard, you guys, to make sure that I had good products for reasonable prices. And so far, you know, my stickers through Sticker Mule are amazing, and we use a company called Skew, S-K-Y-O-U, to go ahead and produce our stuff. And right now, I was actually talking to the wife last night. I actually have intentions of sitting down next weekend. And, you know, I won't have a game break. I won't have a bunch of other craziness going on. We don't have a garage sale. I might be building a new fence. If that happens, I probably won't get to this. But I want to create some new designs. And one of them is going to be the I Love My German Schmiegel shirt. You know, some random stuff. Some of it will be gamer related. Some of it will be more personable to me. But it'll all go up in the shop and be available. And I'm going to try to keep the prices as low as possible. Now, I do want to point out that I actually have a Thumbie hooded sweatshirt for kids for $31.50. Mine do get a little pricey too, but certainly not $70 or anything like that. And we do have a handful of stuff. So if you want something specific, like maybe you want a backpack, or maybe you like the backpacks that we have, but you don't like the coloring or something. I've done custom stuff before. I've definitely done custom stuff. People have asked me for certain iPhone covers and things like that, and I've definitely gone as far as I can to make those happen. And I don't have access to everything, but I do have access to like tank tops. I mean, we have yoga pants, for crying out loud. They're expensive, and I don't expect anybody to ever buy them. I kind of made these more as a joke, but like, look at this. Yoga pants, straight up. I don't know the quality of those, and they're expensive. But I keep making jokes that I'm going to get a pair for my wife all the time. I just hope that the print doesn't work out so the thumb isn't in awkward places. Moving right along. All right. So, yes, again, if you guys want more Patreon tiers and things like that, please let me know. I am a Happy Thumbs gamer with Thumby on it. Well, that's simple and super easy. You know, like I said, even if you have a certain placement of where you think would like do you want Thumby on the front, or do you want I am a Happy Thumbs gamer with Thumby on the back? I mean, just any of those details, I'll totally I'll totally make one, and we get to see it and preview it online before anybody makes any choices or any purchases. But just know that if you guys want some special request type stuff like that, maybe you want a blue Happy Thumb shirt with just a yellow Thumby on it. We don't offer blue right now. I could probably make that happen though. So feedback is key, you guys, and I'm getting it. So much love and much appreciation for that. So speaking of much love, I do got to do something real quick, and I see he's still here. So I'm going to kind of put somebody on blast for a minute, but not in a bad way, in a good way. I just want to give kind of a special shout out and thanks to one of our pretty much daily viewers. Not always every day, but pretty regular. And you know, I know not everybody can make it, and I'm not asking for no sympathy, no, there's no anything other than like, I appreciate all of you, happy to see, but I do want to kind of put somebody in the spotlight for a second, and they probably don't know this is happening either, so I apologize if you know, this becomes embarrassing for anybody. But that being said, yesterday I was asked a pretty specific question, and the question was really just looking for feedback, and I'm being super cryptic right now, by the way, and I offered some feedback, and I honestly was joking. I honestly was straight up joking, and as it would turn out, the joke didn't land, and some seriousness followed, and I was kind of blown away with what happened after. So what I'm getting at is, we have a viewer that has a certain game they like to play, and that game has a character creator where you can customize characters, and they were looking for a new idea of somebody to create, and I, just being a dummy, shouted out, "Have you made me yet?" And the answer was, no, I haven't. And that's where it ended. That's where I thought it ended. As it turns out, that's not at all where it ended. I didn't hear any more from him after that, and he disappeared. And about 2.5, 3 hours after the stream, I got a message. And I'll be honest, the name in chat did not match the name from the message I got. And it wasn't a bad thing, but I was super suspect about opening this, because they were telling me they were sending me an image and it had something in it. And I was like, I've read stories about this. I'm not going to fall victim to some shenanigans. But then I looked a little carefuler, and I noticed that I'd actually had conversations with this person before. And then I put 2 and 2 together and figured out who it was. And this was the picture they sent me. And I thought this was pretty stinking cool. So look at that. Dark Side from the chat, shout out to Dark, made me and Thumby too. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Soul Calibur 4. What you guys might not remember is I wore a black shirt yesterday on stream that had a gray box that went around, and in the box there's a shark. He did a good, like, dude, you did an amazing job, Dark. Like, that is awesome. Like, I don't know if you get to run around and play as me, but if you can, I need to see footage of that. If I'm just, that would be amazing. But seriously, though, shout out to Dark for taking the time. You know, I don't ever ask for stuff like this, really. I jokingly, and I see other people, there's all sorts of, you know, art that's provided by viewers and things, and I don't ever really get those things. And I see other channels getting them, and I think, oh, that'd be really cool if that happened. It happened. How cool is that? So, man, that is awesome. So really appreciate that, Dark. You know, and you know, you guys haven't seen Gary or Nick, but it would be cool if all of us were, immortalized. And I mean, look, character name HTG. Now I was a little confused. My style is Takey. So I was wondering. So depending on how you pronounce that, there's been kind of this ongoing debate about loot, right? So I've got some friends that have, no way you can run around and play as me. That's awesome. I have some friends that are notorious for stealing loot. Like, it goes all the way back to Borderlands and old games. And lately we've kind of been jazzing each other in Apex about stealing loot. And I wondered if that style, he's got Takey on there. I wonder if he was trying to insinuate that I'd be Takey all the items from everybody else. I thought that was pretty funny, though. So again, dark, seriously, like, I had no idea that was coming. I was worried it was going to be some, like, weird stuff being sent to me, and it wasn't. It was totally awesome. Totally worth opening it. And, yep, I thought it was pretty awesome. So good job. And I know you wanted me to show Gary and Nick and get some feedback, and I told you I would, but I figured I'd take it to the next level and show everybody. So I thought that was pretty cool. And again, thanks a bunch for doing that. Like, that's awesome. And I don't know if you have any way to capture any kind of footage. Probably not. But if you do have a capture card, that would be killer. I would love to see that. I don't know. Can you send these files to other people? Like, I don't currently own Soul Calibur 4, but I might be able to round up a copy of it somewhere. And I'm wondering if, like, you can export that and send it to me somehow. I certainly don't have time or the expertise to do that. I am lacking a little bit of this today, so that's kind of my bad on that. Normally I've got a little bit more of a shadow going there. So, but again, great job, dude. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah, so that is pretty much all I had for today. I mean, we do got our Patreon shout-outs. Don't forget about that. And that being said, let's see here. Can I get a thumbie? Thumbie! Want to give a quick shout-out to all of our Patreon supporters who are at the $5 tier and above. As you can see, we've got a handful of them. Every month it sort of fluctuates. We get a couple new ones, we get a couple old ones back. We see some move out, some move in. Some are really interested in getting, like, the shout outs in the video at the $10 level. And I want you guys to know that I'm going to try to do some research and revamp it. But and let's see here. We got a couple more people showing up. Let's see here. Kaylin, what's up? Let's see here. Coney, what's up? Good to see us. Good to see us. I love that. I love that mom and son are both here watching. That like means the world to me. I forgot to tell my wife about that. She's gonna be like, "Aww." Anyways, all right. So Patreon shoutouts. These are the peeps who have supported me on Patreon.com/HappyThumbsGaming. Where man, the angles, it's totally backwards. Like, for me, it's over there, but the screen, I gotta point this. So it's like, what? And I thought about moving the monitor over here, but then I move the monitor over here. When I'm looking this way, I'm looking that way on that screen. So it's totally like I never went. So what I've done is I've actually done some research, and I'm actually gonna buy this adapter for my camera, and it's having it being on the side and looking one side or the other. I'm actually gonna get it back up top again. Now, I had it up top, and I could put it up top right now, but so there's this adapter that's going to give me a little bit more flexibility and angular expertise, and hopefully it'll help, and hopefully I'll look okay and all that stuff too. So, all right, so back to the Patreon supporters, $10 and over. These are in no specific order, just people of awesomeness who clearly, for some reason, either feel sorry for me or really like what we're doing here. And either way, I really appreciate it. So yes, again, without further ado, April White! What's up, April? Thank you so much for your patronage. As always, I would love to hear from you. We exchanged emails last month. They were really long. Like, I've talked about writing a book before. I could probably publish that somewhere. I mean, it was long. And you probably haven't even finished it yet. It's been like 2 weeks, but I'm not sure that's enough time that you could to finish all of that. Because I threw a lot at you, and then I threw more at you, and then I was like, oh yeah, and this happened. Oh yeah, and we're dog. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So sorry about that. My machine gun, oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Anyways, moving on. Next up, Andrew Hosted. You guys know him as Harry Potter. Thank you so much for your support on and off the streams, and hopefully we'll gain some traction on your GoFundMe, and we'll get you what you need. Again, thank you for your support. Next up, I got to shout extra loud for this one, because this guy's, he's not close. He's a long ways away. But you guys have seen him in the chat. He's been a regular all around for many years. Special thanks to Michael Kersberg. Thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate your support. Yeah, you know, one of these days we need to get some games in. I know that forever ago there was some Fortnite that kind of maybe almost happened, and then, but it's been a while, right? So let's try and do something. Let's try. I don't know if you're playing Apex or if you're still on Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite, so I'll stop you right there. But you know, if there's something that we both cross paths on, we both play. Let's do it. Let's see here. Does the character have specials? Nick, you've officially been demoted. No, I'm just kidding. No, that was good. Powdered donuts. That is like a mouthful. Next up, again, we got a couple more. We can't forget these guys. Bonnie Miller. Shout out to Bonnie. Thank you so much. It's been a while since Bonnie and I have crossed paths. I do see, we're friends on Facebook, and so I do see like funny stuff. And she's like the meme queen. Like she's got all funny stuff. So Bonnie, if you're watching this, I just want you to know, I love your stuff. Like, it's stuff that I could never post myself just due to, like, family and things would be like, what are you doing? I love reading it, though. It makes me laugh so hard some days. It's awesome. So keep it going. Appreciate that. Next up, this is an oldie but goodie as well. Someone who used to be part of the team, but has not had time as of late. And even though he's got a new house and all sorts of stuff, he's still supporting us on Patreon. And I just want to give a big shout out and digital high five to our guy, Douglas Wright. What's up, Dougie Fresh? Thank you so much, Doug, for your continued support. Much love. Let's get some games in, too, my dude. We haven't seen each other. I haven't even talked to you since you got your house. Like, so funny joke. I live in Oregon. He lives in Georgia. He and his lady just bought a house and moved in, like, I don't know, probably a month and a half ago. And they invited me to their housewarming party. Like, I told them I'll be there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as long as you're paying the airfare. So the gas is probably more expensive than the airfare, so it'd probably be better to fly me there. I never heard back from him. I legit never heard back from him. So I don't know if he was like scared, thinking, oh no, Brian thinks I'm going to fly him across the U.S., or if it was something, you know, maybe things would come up, he's busy, whatever. Last but not least, this is a person that supported us all year last year, and I did miss out on a few shout-outs on months that she was supporting. So I've gone above and beyond this year. I've made it a point to go ahead and give her shout-outs from January to December to kind of make up for that. And, you know, hopefully, maybe I can earn some trust back with her, and maybe she'll jump back on as a, you know, even a $1 supporter. Because that's ultimately, and I want to be clear with that. I'm going to shout out her name real quick, and then I'm going to elaborate on something. Celine Alton! Thank you so much for your support, Celine. You know, again, you were actually building some Fortnite stuff. And I know I don't play Fortnite, but you were building some rooms. I'm curious. If you watch this, please let me know if you are building those obstacle course types things, because I would love to check some of those out. Really, really, really would. So yes, let's see. We got a new sub coming in. I got to catch it on over here because I missed it over there. I got stuff up over there. Come on. Ashley Craig, thank you so much for your sub. Appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoy our content. Let us know if you're watching the live stuff or only our Lego stuff, or maybe you're here for some old Final Fantasy or something really old like Rayman Legends or something. I always like to hear what brought you to the channel, and that's something that, you know, the chat could also do right now. It was really cool seeing all sorts of people from all over the world. In fact, we just had somebody show up from Poland as well. That is awesome. What's up there? I'm not even sure how to say your name. I would imagine like either the K or the T is probably silent in English. Is it like... So it's... I don't even know. I don't even want to try. And that was something that Celine and I were going to do at some point was... she had a bunch of Dutch words that she was going to present to me, and I was going to try to pronounce them live on air. And it was going to be funny because I slaughter words all the time, and it would have been funny to actually slaughter real words rather than just like Tolkien, you know, like kind of made up fairy tale type stuff. So anyways, so back to Patreon, my elaboration one more time. You guys are tired of seeing this, but it's there. $1. That, you know, that would be like, okay, so here's the concept. As you guys know, I love giving back. Every week I do giveaways, whether we have a successful week or not. Whether we make any money, like even in the beginning when we weren't making money, I was still doing giveaways. And the whole point of the giveaway, it's kind of a two-layered thing. It's, of course, one, to give back, to make sure that you guys know that we care, and that you guys are meaningful. And the other reason was is we wanted to create some sort of like, urgency isn't the right word, but like hype. Basically, we know how Facebook works. We know how the algorithms, if you like the post for the giveaway, it will likely show up on your friends' pages that don't have crazy privacy settings and stuff like that. And assuming you don't too. But all of that aside, if you were to like the post, has potential for hundreds, if not thousands of people, depending on how many friends you have, to see our post as well. And so it's kind of like it's kind of like an exposer. It like helps us get exposed. And while we're doing that, we're also giving back, right? So the thought has always been, we've always had kind of like a percentage that we'd like to see given back every month. Like obviously, when we go full into this and I'm not doing any web and graphic design projects or anything and I'm full time here, like, the money definitely matters. When I am doing side projects and other things, or just even half and half, like it's not as important. And depending on what projects I'm doing and how demanding, things are, it kind of fluxes back and forth. But the thought was always, like, I would love to have 10% of my subscriber base. I feel like that's realistic. 10% of my subscriber base support us on Patreon. And I got to be careful how I say this, because I could actually get in trouble. But essentially, what I'm getting at here is that if I could get 10% of my subscriber base to support me at the $1 tier, then I would have a percentage of that revenue that I would give back. And those things would be, turned into giveaways, right? So each month there would be giveaways or whatever. There are giveaways, weeks, months, all over the place. We do constant giveaways, basically. That being said, the value of those giveaways would be insane. Like, think of Mr. Beast. I don't know if you know who Mr. Beast is or not, but he's been kind of dubbed or labeled the human ATM. He's a guy who, I don't know how he started, where his money all came from, if it's all YouTube money, if his family has, owns half a country or something. He's a pretty legit dude from what I've seen. I've only watched a few videos, so my information is minimal. But I've seen this dude give away like $500,000 to people he doesn't know and people he knows in like 7 videos. So, I mean, and he's like, here, you got 10,000, you got 10,000, you got 10,000, you got 10,000, go spend money. And meanwhile, while they're doing that, he's doing something crazy like squishing their cars or something, which sounds terrible, right? But what he's doing is he's finding his friends and people he knows that have terrible or less than fortunate situations. He's making their life better by giving them these large sums of cash that they can go buy whatever they want and be distracted, while he then kind of plays a prank on them, which turns out to be good YouTube footage. And then when he squishes their car and crashes them, he's like, oh, well, I just gave you 10 grand. Oh, and by the way, here's another 10 grand. Let's go buy you a new car. And then he'll ask him, like, what did you think that car was worth? And he'll be like, $500 at best. So, I would love to do stuff like that. I would love to hang out with Mr. Beast and be a provider like that. Like, I have all sorts of goals and things that I would like to see happen that involve Happy Thumbs with, like I don't know if camp is the right word, but like establishments where people can come, kind of like Boys and Girls Club, but more digital based, right? Like, I have some thoughts, and my wife and I we want to create some sort of foundation or something, and I don't know if it'll ever happen, but we've got some really good ideas, and we'd love to bring them in. And this Patreon idea, I think that would be huge. I mean, if you do the math on it, right? We got 100,000 subs, 10%. If they all were at $1, right? There's some taxes that are involved, so it wouldn't break down to exact science, but things would be pretty good. And so if every month $1 from you and 9,009 all, I mean, I'd be giving away TVs, PlayStation, console, maybe doing stuff like Mr. Beast, playing pranks on my friends and family, making life better, and extending that to people I don't know too. I've seen him give money to total strangers, and I mean, that's amazing. Like, I see people all the time, like, I miss the opportunity to be a doctor. I miss the opportunity to do things that, like, really matter, right? Like, that truly matter. Like, I would love to be a part of that. Like, when I die, like, if I die tomorrow, like, my legacy is going to be video game playing on YouTube. And, like, I would like to leave something bigger than that, if that makes any sense. So, this is not all directly related to Patreon. This is much bigger than that. But you see what I'm getting at. Like, I would love to be able to do those kinds of things And right now, I mean, I kind of am, but on a really small scale. I mean, some of you have experienced where you have ordered something from our store and you find a surprise in it, that there's extra stickers or maybe something bigger than that. Some Lego Dimensions have been slid into a couple of packs for people. I mean, I'm all about, doing unto others as you want them to do to you, the whole karma thing. Very much. Put a lift on my G. Hey, you know what? I mean, that would be awesome. And even cooler, even smaller than that, being able to fly these guys to like out here, like, when Tyler was full time, and I don't know if Mr. Nice Guy is out there watching right now or not, but when Tyler and I were full speed ahead in the heart of our kind of partnership, when he was my full-time guide rider and work and life wasn't taking over for both of us, we talked about that. There was talk of like, dude, like the goals are, let's get enough revenue coming in to get you moved down here and to have you live in the same city as me and work together, not for me, but together, and let's knock this out the park. And so, all of that being said, like, that's what we want, and it would be awesome. Like, Gary and I, no joke, we're literally talking right before this stream started. We were talking about like money and like talking about like, listen, like, let's talk about PAX. Let's talk about E3. And both of us have hurdles beyond money that kind of prevent us from jumping right into things like that. But they're things that need to be talked about. And I would love to be able to pay for Gary and Nick and Paz and whoever wants to go to PAX or to E3 or whatever. And that would be amazing, right? And someday I hope to get there. And with your help, liking and sharing and doing those things, we're gonna get there. We are. And Gray, I see you, my dude. Thank you so much for that super chat. Really appreciate that. Really do. Let's see here. Hannah says, I got a free sticker pack. I love it. Got plans for them. Yep, see? Hannah isn't on the payroll to say that. I promise you. That's just how I roll. And some of you find out that when you run into trouble on Facebook and you message me or on Twitter, like, sometimes the problems they lead to our friendship, and we talk frequently. I mean, as I continue to get more and more of a following, it does get harder to spend lots of time with individuals, but there's at least a dozen of you in the chat right now that at some point or another we had no connection, and now we're friends on Facebook and we're sending messages once a week or twice a day. I mean, but like I said, it's getting tougher and tougher to kind of keep up. So if there is a delay or two, a day or two of delay, that's why. It's not because I'm ignoring you or whatever. It's just because it's getting tougher and tougher to respond to everybody. But I mean, that's awesome. I mean, we're growing. Our analytics are showing. Everything is showing. Our watch time, I mean, we've dipped a little bit, but it's always this, right? It's always a little bit of up and down. And Harry, what is up, my dude? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What is this? Disney Infinity stream, maybe trophies. I don't own Disney Infinity, and they don't sell that anymore, so that would be something that I wouldn't really be able to obtain or do. I know that Doug actually had it at one point. I don't know if he does, but again, Doug lives in Georgia. I live in Oregon. That's a long ways away. Gary's actually the closest to me, and he is still, I think we figured out it's like an 8-hour drive or 7.5-hour drive or something like that. And there's really no airports that are convenient. Like, I got to drive an hour north to get to an airport, which would then take like a 6 or 7 hour flight down, or actually it's more like 3-hour flight down. But then you'd have to go down there, and then Gary, it's like an hour drive from the airport to Gary. So in the end, it's like, might as well just drive my own stinking car. But that's the closest person. HTG Mark, who hasn't been active with us, but is still, part of the team in spirit, if nothing else. He lives in Seattle, and he is Tacoma. He is the closest at probably 2.5 to 3 hours. But other than Reese, who lives downstairs, I mean, nobody else is close. Everyone's really far. Tyler was in Winnipeg, Canada. It's like central Canada, that's a long ways away. Paz is in Florida, way down there. And speaking of Paz, and anybody down in Florida, man, I hope that predictions are wrong and that hurricane is not going to come storming through there like it is expected to. Paz has been kind of making jokes about stuff the last couple of days as I've been like seriously freaking out, texting him like, bro, get out of there, bro. Do you got insurance, bro? Bro. Like, totally worried. And I said, you know, it looks like it's going right for you. Are you guys gonna be safe? And this is what he responded with. It's a picture of Florida, and look how big that hurricane is. It's expected to be basically twice as wide as the state, right? So, like, the state, and then, I mean, Florida might not exist in a week from now. That's what they're saying. Like, that's crazy to me. And, I just hope Paz and his wife, Jennifer, and everybody else down there are safe. It's because it's... And he said, all we can do is get a bunch of supplies and hunker down. Because short of, like, leaving the state and finding, coming here or something, like, there's really not a lot of options for most of them down there, right? I mean, think about it. You can't really evacuate a whole state. That's crazy. But, weather is nutsoid. Let's see here. What do we got here? We got, hey, Brian, do you think they will make DLC for Lego Avengers game for the Avengers Endgame movie? It's always possible, but I feel like that ship has sailed. I feel like if anything, there may be an additional Lego Marvel game in the works. And I don't know anything, but I mean, I feel like there might be some sort of like, they might do like an MCU game, like Lego MCU or Lego something. I don't know, because a lot of changes are happening, right? Like, without going into details, because I'm sure some people haven't seen Endgame yet. Lots of stuff has changed. Like, the time frame is completely different. I mean, and think about it. We've been following. I was thinking about this today. Like, we've been following this for a long. Like, the Iron Man as like 2008 or something like that. That's basically when this version of the MCU really took off. I guess they go back to like the Hulks, but I don't really count the Edward Norton Hulk and all that. Like that. Stan Lee made an appearance in that movie, and it was a Marvel movie. But I mean, I don't know. Anyways. Let's see here. Scroll on. Let's go back a little bit and see. I can't send videos on PSN without Twitch or Facebook. I don't have either of them. Oh. I didn't know that. I'm not familiar with that. Let's see here. Brian, how do I do that? I'd like to help support. Oh, well, thank you, Coney. Let's see here. I can help get you guys a link. It's really just patreon.com/HappyThumbsGaming. But I will get one going here. Make sure that this goes through here. Yep, it sure does. Well, I'm like, you guys can't hear that, right? It sounds like there's like a young lady downstairs singing. I don't know if our neighbor is up here. We're having dueling garage sales. Us and our neighbor down the street is having a garage sale, and they have a really just absolutely adorable young lady. She's like 10, 12 years old. So she might be down there palling around or whatever. But it was really weird. I heard like a little girl singing like, 1, 2. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to scroll way back almost to the beginning. Let's see here. And there was a Patreon link that worked there. Let's see here. I can hear you loud and clear. All right, I'm all the way back to the beginning. Let's see here. How's life at Salem? Adam, it's great. I think I addressed that. So I was worried about you not showing up. Nah, I'm always here. I'm always here, my dude. Let's see here. Marius, what's up? I'm not sure I've seen you in one of our streams before. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, welcome. We got a couple of names I'm not familiar with. A Craft Plays. Hey, what's up if you're still out there? Let's see, we got lots of, so all the different areas. We got Netherlands, we got Ireland, Tunisia, England, West Virginia, United Kingdom, Syracuse, New York, on Mars, California, Delaware. Oh, you're in California, huh, Kirsten? That's not too far from me. Delaware. What part of California? I think you probably told me this before, but what part of California? I feel like when my wife was down in San Diego, you said something about where you, but I can't remember where it was. Wolfie's in Delaware. I don't know why, Wolfie. I thought you were down under. I don't know why I totally thought Wolfie. I have like this memory of Wolfie being connected to Australia. Let's see here. Lexi's from the UK, Northern Ireland again, another Tunisia, more UK. Where was MW? Marius says MW. Is that like? trying to think of what state is MW. Is there any MWs? Milwaukee? No. There's no MWs. Nick says it's in Kings Canyon, which I'm looking forward to returning to as we got a win right before the stream started. Let's see here. Yep, you guys liked my snap earlier. Well, that was kind of fun, huh? The Thanos snap. Let's see here. Who was that photo? Your twin? Nice one. Well played. Let's see here. Bulletin, the Holiday Resort. Okay. Yes. Oregon going to roll Auburn. I did see that. Hey, name's Jeff. That's so funny. Let's see here. Extra Shifty. What's up, my dude? Got a lot of messages retracted today. I don't know if you guys are typing wrong or taking back guesses. I'm really surprised nobody guessed. Like I am. What's up, Andrew? I see you in there. I'm just seeing you now. I didn't see you until now. I see Spidey Mate's back too. Nick Fury was his guess. It could be Nick Fury. Yeah, that's a good one. Well played. I was reading it Fury, but it's Fury. Chase McAllister. That would have been a good one too. Chase. Yeah, Chase would have been good. Nice Lego reference there. Bolt says, "What's up?" Actually, he says, "Hi." Hello, Bolt. Let's see here. Is it possible to get this game? Okay, no, I already answered that too. Yep. Some things I got to read fully before I really make sure that I. Let's see here. Are there any news on what Lego game's coming soon? No, Bandits, not really. We did kind of cover that a little bit. You must have missed the beginning. More information on Lego Indy 2, which is also good. Has everybody played Lego Indy 2? Have you guys all played it? I'm just curious if I'm like the only one that hasn't played it. Let's see here. Credits are from the Jedi Temple. So Nick's informing me on what those porgs are, because I sort of remember but sort of don't. Like I was telling the wife the other day, like I really want to watch Solo again. I also want to watch The Last Jedi, and even The Force Awakens. Really, like all of them. Like I watched them all once. And I've seen The Force Awakens, like, bits and pieces here and there, but, like, really, I've only watched it from beginning to end once. And I feel like I need to watch that more, especially with, you know... and I should revisit all of the movies again. I watched Empire, and I watched Return of the Jedi while doing the complete saga, but I feel like I should watch all of them again. And I've got them all on nice Blu-rays, and I've got an amazing setup to watch them on, so I should. Let's see here. Finished a bunch of games, but I never got the achievement, so I might go back to all those Lego games and get them. Oh, yeah. Saj, that's a good plan. Don't beat yourself up. Yeah, news. Yeah, I know. I took the bait, though. That's why hopefully won't take any more bait. Not exactly. Let's see. Talking about Lego games. Oh, Ben, you made it. What's up, dude? Brian's here, too. Sorry I haven't had school. Hey, dude. School, real life first, man. It's always the case. Always the case. Let's see here. I got some links going out with the T-shirts. And let's see, Hannah says, I'd be good for one. I'd say that would be a good one for everyone. Okay, so I'll try to get some more designs going. Oh, do I hear a cutie pie? Hey, come here. The world wants to see you. Come here. Come up, my little lover kitty. How are you? You guys have seen Cutie before. Look at the cutie pie. Look over here. Hey, look, you're up there. Not impressed, huh? She's... Oh, yeah, she likes getting the robins. You want to get up on the desk and show off strut your stuff? Probably not. Oh, you're messing with my green screen. You're changing the lighting. Anyways, let's see. I gotta keep scrolling, Cutie. We got stuff to do here. Can I get my name on the back of a t-shirt? Yeah, I don't see why not. I can probably make that happen for you. Let's see here. Ooh, suspense. Disney Phase 4 is coming. Yeah, that'll be fun. Blame Gary. Ha ha ha. What's up, Robert? Let's see here. Dark Clyde would be cool. Yeah. Dark Side. Yeah, Clyde would be cool too. Whoa, what are you doing with the pop filter? You eating my... Hey, what are you doing? Let's see here. Run around, play as you. Oh, Snap, what is that? Another... Timothy, thank you so much, my dude. Some support from Coney Gray and I. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, she is Cutie. Reese named her Cutie Pie when he first saw her because she was just so cute. And when we got her, if you haven't heard the story, she was abandoned. And she was just kind of walking around in between our houses in the neighborhood here. And she would flop on the ground right in front of Reese and I when I would walk Reese to the bus. And she would just roll around and, you know, scrape out, cats do. And she had this cutest little thing. And And so one night we brought her home, and we had already taken in another cat that just showed up one day. This big, really just beefcake cat just started hanging out, and he actually took to Reese. And he would sit out in front with Reese on our front porch. And, hey, that's the mic. People don't want to hear you scrubbing. I'm going to put you down, sweetie. I'm going to put you down. They would hang out up front, and Reese would like do sidewalk chalk like in the middle of winter. And Stevie was the name of the cat. Sven is what we ended up calling. They would hang out together, and they became really good buds. And shortly after, we found Cutie, and Stevie were like inseparable. They weren't like boyfriend girlfriend. They were like brother and sister, and they were just. Unfortunately, Stevie was already. We found out. Turns out the neighbors that had moved in had been there for 2 years. They finally started letting their cat out, and their cat didn't like them. So they had a bunch of dogs, and so the cat was always getting beat up and trampled on. And so the cat found a safe refuge here at our house. And so we took him in, and we didn't know we were taking him to the vet. We were feeding him. We had cat bowls. We had litter box. We had all that stuff. And so one day the neighbors came down and were like, hey, we're pretty sure you've been taking care of our cat, and we really appreciate that. So here, and they gave us a buttload of money, and we were like, what is this? And they're like, that cat, the black cat, that's our cat. Hedgecock. And we were like, what? His name is Hedgecock? That's such a weird name for a cat. We'd named him Stevie, Steven, Sven. And they were like, no, we really appreciate it, And so they're like, we don't know if he'll ever come back. I mean, technically it's our son's cat, and our son is older now, and he's not as worried about it. So if Reese is having fun with him and you like him, then he's yours. And we were like, sweet. So we kept him until he passed. And then we shortly, basically right as he got really sick, we got Emmett. And so we kind of had a transition, and Emmett was like a little tiny black cat, which was a big transition because Cutie had this big burly black cat, and then we got this little tiny black cat, and big transition for sure. But oh no, that's no good. I'm mildly allergic to certain animals and pet dander, so I'm hoping that the new dog that's coming, Mr. Opie, won't have anything that I'm bothered by. But Paige says I lost my 2 cats; they passed away. Yeah. That happens. In the last 5-6 years, we've lost 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a crab. Did you ever hear the story about our crab? We had a, what was it? It was a something purple crab. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. It was really weird. Our local pet shop, we went in there to get some fish for his tank one day, and they had these crabs, and we were like, oh, purple tie crab. Purple tie crab, that's what it was. And this guy was just in there. He's like, yeah, I got these crabs. They just came in. I'm like, crabs? Like freshwater crabs? Like little guys? He's like, oh yeah, they don't get that big either. They're really awesome, and they're totally like tank cleaners. And because we were gonna get some goldfish and a plecostomus to clean the bottom of the tank up. He's like, this will be way better. So we got him. It was like $4, and we got him, and we had him for probably 2 years, 2.5 years. I'll never forget the day that he molted his shell. So I was aware that like crustaceans, snakes, reptiles, like a lot of things kind of shed their skin, right? I freaked out when I went into his room, and because you'd always had to look. The crab would sometimes be out, and sometimes he'd be hiding in the corner under something. And there was like this big, it was like a skull head that we had in there, and he would go in there and hide, and you couldn't see him. And sometimes 2 or 3 days would go by, and I would just coincidentally not see him, and I'd be worried he wasn't in there. Well, one day I went in to wake Reese up, and there was 2 crabs in there. I freaked out. I was like, where'd this other crab come from? Where'd you get him, Reese? Like, I totally thought Reese had, like, somehow got another crab. Turned out it was, because it was a full molted shell, and we actually kept it. Reese, if you're watching right now, could you bring me Alan's shell, please? We actually kept him. So we have, he molted twice in the 2.5 years that we had him, and then he died, and we didn't keep that shell. But it was, it's really cool. We have these 2 crabs, and Reese is probably engaged in other things right now. But that's definitely something that I could take a picture of and post on either like the next Gamebreak or potentially our Facebook page or something. But yeah, so hey, I've been at it for an hour and a half. I wasn't actually expecting to be at it this long, but hey, it's working along and we're having fun, right? I do want to try and summon some gameplay of some Apex later. I don't know what's going to go on with like my family and stuff. We have a garage sale going for the next couple hours, so I think I got a little window. I'm going to try to round up Nick. I don't know what Gary's story is. I forgot to ask before we started. But if he's available, I might get some Apex in, or we might even do a stream. We actually, like I said, we finished with 3 games we played right before the stream started. And, hey, you need to come down. You can't be messing with my green screen, girl. You can't be messing with that green screen, girl. She's the weirdest thing. Check this out. Watch this. Come here. No, come here. You lay down. I can't reach you. Come here. Come here. Get up. No, I'm not trying to play. I'm trying to pick you. I can't. She's like fighting me now. I can't pick her up. Come here. Come here. Yes, there we go. Come on. Watch this. She is so weird. She loves to get her butt. You know, like cats like to get the spot at the tail scratched a lot? She likes it being patted. She is the weirdest. Watch. She'll just sit here. Meow, 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 meow. You can't see her. You can only see me patting her butt, but she's grinding. She's totally like, oh. You know how cats get. All right. Butt pat's done. I love you. Go play somewhere else. Go find Reese. Go find Reese. Go in your bed. Do something. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. All right. So, in all reality, I have, like, not a whole lot left. I know there was one more request for one of these. I don't know if you guys want to call that a day or not, but we could. Or I could. I'm back. It's cool how that works, huh? For reals, though, I actually don't have anything else. If you guys got any last-minute questions or any requests or anything, drop them right now. And I'll hang out for another minute or two and just see what's up. But if not, we'll be back Monday for sure. For sure on Monday with some Horizon Chase Turbo. And it looks like I will be getting my Platinum. Now, I have a couple of backups. So even if corrupt data happens or something crazy, I should be able to be really close to finish line. Literally. Basically, all I got to do is finish. I think I've got 70 races, which about 2 minutes apiece should take me 140 minutes, 150 minutes. So just shy of 3 hours. And then I have to finish one more race with another car I don't have yet. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Hope to see you guys there. It'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time as per usual. And, man, shout out to everybody, but a special shout out to all the super chatters. I really appreciate that. For those of you who don't know, haven't been following me every day, I am working on getting the masks working. It's a known issue with like half of the people who use this right now. They don't know what it is. The new update came out, so I was right. The new update came out last weekend, and I had updated to get all this Gamebreak and everything set up and get all the buttons working. And something went wrong on the back end of the update where now the face masks aren't working for like half the people. But they thought it was me, my setup, and it wasn't. I've even like started over and tried a new area and just did like the essentials, like no backgrounds, no buttons, no fun stuff, just a camera and the face masks and the alert box. That's the 3 things you need. And I set them up and it still doesn't work. So hopefully it'll be back. And yeah. What Lego Pirates of the Caribbean? What? We already did that. What's going on? Is there something new? Is there a new one? That would be dope. I'd love to see that. Are you going to be doing a live stream when the Avengers comes out? Oh. Probably. What's that game rated? We'll have to figure that out. I'll probably make it slide anyways on this channel. It should be family friendly. It might not be though. A lot of those games are teen. So. Anyways, special thanks to everybody. Look at my, I keep seeing my water bottle being like black or grayed out in the stream, or like see-through even. You can't quite see through it. I was gonna say that'd be really weird if I could see my hand through. Anyways, let's see here. What Lego Pirates game? I meant update. Was there an update to the game? I haven't played Lego Pirates in 2, 3, 4 years, so I don't know if there was an update to the game. Maybe they fixed some stuff. Maybe I don't know. It'd be cool if they did. But I got no more questions coming in for me. Lots of chat, though. You guys are welcome to hang out and continue chatting. I don't know how long the page stays live. I think until the last person chats, like 10 minutes goes by. I think it shuts it down, so then nobody can access it again. Maybe not. Maybe you can keep on keeping on. I don't know. Anyways, hey, special thanks to everybody that was here. I really appreciate everybody's support. You guys know the drill. Head on over to our social media pages if that's the kind of thing you're into. Of course, HappyThumbsGaming.com is available for your viewing pleasure. We have product and trophy achievement guides and all sorts of things there. definitely check it out. I will be back on Monday for sure, and the streams will continue all week long. So as always, until next time, see ya!